Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Raptor X here with Good Clean Gaming RX, and today we are back in the Zero to Truck series. Today I'm going to be going over the next couple different skills that you'll need and what they'll be contributing to this journey. If you found these videos to be instructive or helpful, please feel free to hit that like button and consider subscribing. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers in this year of 2021, making very good progress on that, thanks to you all. But yeah, if you have not yet hit that subscribe button, do me a favor and press that one. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get into a couple different skills today. I promised glassworking, so we're going to go ahead and go over that. Glassworking is something that has to be researched again. Let's see here, and that will be right here. This one requires geology research papers, both the basic and advanced, and the engineering research papers, and basic research papers. So these engineering research paper advanced, again the basic engineer makes those, with help from the tailor providing the cloth. Once the glassworking skill book is created, you can then make one of those, right click on it, and it will create a glassworking skill scroll, which I'm going to go ahead and give myself here. Oops. Give glassworking skill scroll. There we go. We'll go ahead and learn that, and we'll go ahead then and specialize in that one. Let's go ahead and there we go. Glassworking, we'll specialize in that. Very good. And that will unlock all of the glassworking recipes, so well, all the ones that we can get at level 0. So this is glass. It now requires crushed limestone as well as sand, and there is a world regeneration, or a different generation program now that allows there to be more limestone in the world. So that's something that can be done. The advanced upgrade 2 now requires glass, sand, and the advanced upgrade 1. And they've lowered this recipe somewhat, which I'm very, very much a fan of. This used to be like 20 of each, and it's now, well, I guess this is a single player world, so it would be 12 and 12, or 12 and 10 on a normal world, instead of like 20 and 20. So I'm very much a fan of that. Let's see here, what else? Glassworking, they make the advanced upgrade here. They've got whoop hey there, bud. One moment. Okay, there we go. They can also make quicklime glass, which is another alternate recipe and requires quicklime and sand instead of just the crushed lime. A little bit cheaper and easier to make there, but you do have to have advanced smelting to be able to make that quicklime. Let's see here, what else? They can make the standard glass, or the standing glass sign there. And then the rest of the things are made a little bit later. So I'm going to go ahead and level these up. Oops. / level up glassworking. There we go. We're now at level 7. And we'll do level up pottery. So, let's become a pottery specialist. There we go, and we're now level 7 there as well. So all of these are now unlocked. Pottery, as I said in the last one, is mostly for creating brick and the advanced upgrade 1s. There we go. They can also make the bakery oven for the baker, and various different articles, bathtub, and different pots and sinks and toilets and that kind of stuff for improving your house skill. Okay, so glassworking, that's going to come in a little bit later, where that's used quite heavily once you get to electronics. But that's the basics of that. You'll just use the use sand, which can be made over here in the rocker box. And then of course you'll use the crushed limestone. You'll just break some of that up, run it through the Raptor or another crushing device, and turn that into glass. Okay, so that's got the glass working there. What would we have next? I think the next one would be mechanics. So we're going to go ahead and look into that. Let's go ahead and find the skill scroll on that one. There we go. That'd be the mechanics skill scroll. That one requires the engineering research paper advanced, made with those water wheels and the windmills. Then you need the metallurgy research paper advanced, made with iron bars and copper bars. Okay, so this is where the copper comes in, or where you first start to need it. And copper's a little bit harder to find. I actually had a little bit of good luck yesterday when I jumped onto one of my other servers that I play on. But we're going to see here if we can find a little bit of this quickly and easily. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on world layers, environment, biome, and we're going to find cold forest. There we go. So we've got some right there. And then we're also going to find, let's see here, not the tundra, boreal forest. Where is it? No, cold forest, boreal forest. There we go. Because there's copper under both of these. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll see about flying up there. Let's see here. Yep, we'll need to go this way. And we'll see about finding this. So this is one area right here. And this is the cold forest biome. And it can be found under here. And it can also be found in this area, which would be the boreal forest or the tundra biome. So I'm just going to go ahead and we'll start down here because this is already several blocks underneath the top surface here. So we'll go ahead and start here. And I'm going to go ahead and use my tool here, oops, the dev tool, so that we can do this a little bit easier and faster. So I'm just going to basically dig down a little ways into here, and hopefully we'll be able to find some of this copper. It can get a little bit tricky to find if you're not lucky enough to hit a vein right off the bat. I think we're probably down several blocks at this point, or at least enough blocks that we need to actually find the stuff. So we're going to see, well, let's see here. I think this should about do it. What are we at here? 59. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll come all the way up here and see where this is at. Whoop. Oh, sorry, we're at the wrong one. So that's 72, 73 blocks up. And we're down to 58 here. So that's, 14 blocks down. And then we're probably at least that many up here. Let's go ahead and fly up to the top here. And okay, so we're at block 91 here. And we're down at 58 down there. So that's a good 40 blocks down. Generally, you actually find this down about 60 blocks. So we're going to go ahead and we'll dig down several more here. I have to wait for my... There we go. So we're down to 44 now. Down from 90 is 50-something blocks. Down from 91. So we'll go ahead and start exploring around here. This is down to 40. Yep, so we're down 50-something blocks here. So we're basically just going to mine a nice little tunnel here and see if I can manage to find some of that. Copper is one of those ones that's a little bit harder to find. As you can see, lots of mining and no luck yet. So we'll go ahead and go this way here, and I'm just going to see if I can find some of this quickly, and then we'll catch the video back up once we've found some. Okay, so another useful tip here. I haven't quite found it yet, but another thing that you can do is once you've found iron, you can make yourself one of these iron rock drills, which is made of the anvil, and these are incredibly useful for when you're trying to find ore of some sort. So if we go ahead and you can just left click to prospect, and it'll go ahead and start drilling into the rock and give you a sampling of, oh there we go, copper ore, perfect. Okay, so we can go ahead and right click here, and we'll go ahead and start mining through here. There we go, and there's the copper ore. Okay, so we found this one right here. This would be the cold forest biome, and this would come quite in handy. This is what you're going to need for making those copper bars. It'll of course be crushed, then turned into copper concentrate, and then turned from there into the copper bars. Okay, so as you can see, it can be quite difficult to actually find that, and it can take quite a little bit of searching. I was actually very lucky in one of the worlds that I am on that I found some of that. Okay, so that's copper. That's where that comes into play for the first bit. We're going to go ahead and we'll continue on looking at that. Let's see here what we're working on. Mechanics. Okay, so that's your metallurgy research paper advanced. That's going to go ahead and get the mechanics skill book. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll get one of those. Oops. Give mechanics skill scroll. There we go. And we'll open that one up. There we go, and we'll learn that. Oops. And then we'll go ahead and specialize in it so that we can show this off. Mechanics, there we go. We'll go ahead and specialize in that. Okay, so mechanics, where does all of this come into play? Well, first of all, you're going to need yourself a tier 2 room. These simple tier 1 rooms are not going to cut it anymore. So you can get tier 2 materials one of 3 ways. Either from the glass worker, who can make glass, from the potter, who can make the bricks, right here in the kiln, or from the carpenter, who can make lumber, which is made at the sawmill. So I haven't shown the sawmill yet. That one I believe also requires that's a tier 1 room. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll show the sawmill off. That's made right here in the anvil. Requires the iron saw blade and various other different things, iron bars and some logs. And that's the sawmill. So I'm going to go ahead and give myself one of those. There we go. And we'll go ahead and we'll set this one up right in here. Oops. There we go. And this one requires more power. So we have insufficient mechanical power there. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll put up a couple more of these windmills. We'll just put one of them right there. And well, apparently that won't work. We'll put one right there. There we go. That'll work right there. Okay. So that'll give the power that it needs. It looks like it requires 600 watts. No, it requires 400 watts. We have 600 supply. Okay, so then right here, the carpenter can make hardwood lumber, standard lumber, or softwood lumber. They can also make the machinist table here, which is what the next step up is for mechanic. So those are created with lumber. They're created with the iron bars and with some wood boards. So I'm going to go ahead and give myself a machinist table. There we go. And then we'll see about creating the tier 2 room that we need. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll use a little bit of brick and a little bit of lumber to basically show this off, as well as some glass, and we'll show off the different forms with that. So we're going to go ahead and force give Let's see here. Let's do 100 brick. Whoop. Give brick 100. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and we're going to select the form that we want here. So I'm just going to go ahead and use the floor. And then I'm also going to go ahead and we'll use the rectangle here, the floor. And we're going to go ahead and lay out a 10 by 10 square. So let's see here, that's, there we go, 10 by 10. Very good, that gives us a floor. I'm going to go ahead and we'll give ourselves, let's go ahead and get another, let's see here, we'll need 10 by 10 by 8 by 8. So that's, what's that, 26, 36. So let's go ahead and get 40, let's go ahead and get 50. Bricks. 50. There we go. Oh, wait a moment. No, 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 not that. That's very strange. Let's go ahead and do give modern hammer. There we go. Not sure exactly. Source stack can't accept that many items. Max is 1. Okay. Let's just go ahead and we'll get rid of these then. No, okay, we'll go ahead and drop those then. There we go. I'll just put that right there. Goodness, oh my goodness gracious. Okay. We'll just put that there, then we'll carry these around until I figure out how to delete them. Give brick 50. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'll use the, let's just go ahead and use the cube. There we go. And we'll place one block and we'll go ahead. Unfortunately, there's not any easy way to stack these. So I'm just going to go ahead and we'll do 1, 2, 3, oops, 4. There we go. There's not any easy way to stack these up. Oh! Got sheep. Oops. There we go. And we'll go ahead and break that one out of the... Whoops. Not enough room. Okay. There we go. And we'll go ahead then and we'll run a line all the way across. That'll work. There we go. And we'll need 5 more, it looks like. Oops. There we go. Okay, we'll need 2 more, so there we go. And we'll go ahead and place one there. There we go. Okay, so that's a nice little frame. We'll go ahead then and we're going to get some lumber. And we'll go ahead and do... probably need 100 of that as well. There we go. And we'll go ahead and start building this. So I'm going to use the brick... oh, sorry, the lumber wall for this one. We'll go ahead and use the line, and I'm going to fill each of these tops and bottoms and along the side. And you can really get quite creative with these once you start getting some of these higher block forms, or the higher tier materials. And you can really make some quite beautiful structures. So I really like that about Eco. This is one of those big parts of getting set up. It's just the work of getting all of your crafting rooms set up and ready to use. There we go. We'll go ahead and do like that. And then we'll go ahead and we'll pop those right in there. Okay, so we've got 8 rooms here. We'll need 4 glass apiece, so we'll go ahead and give glass 32. There we go. And we'll go ahead and I'm going to use the rectangle here, wall 2 point, and we'll go ahead and use the window form so that we can just go ahead and fill these in. Oops. There we go. Perfect. Okay, now of course we've forgotten the door here. So we'll go ahead and just break that out of here. And that allows us to have room into there. And then, let's see here, let's go ahead and we'll use small lumber. We can do F, give lumber 100. And we'll just go ahead and lay this one out. Just using the square roof block or square roof cube. Actually, this one will work as well. And we use that cube there. Whoa, that was much too fast. There we go. Okay, so that's got a basic room here. We'll go ahead and we'll put the mechanics or machinist table down. And this one doesn't require, I think, let's see here, modules. No, it does not require any crafting room, or crafting power, sorry. It does require the room, of course. It will require that tier 2, 1.7 technically, to start crafting things on here. So, machinist table. There are several things that can be made on here. You can start off with the stamp mill, and screening machine and assembly line, portable steam engine. All those can be made right off the bat, but all of these ingredients require some of the other machines. So the screw press is the first one and requires iron bars, which you'll get from the smelter. I'm going to go ahead and give myself one of those. Oops. There we go. And these all have to be placed within the room, the same room as the machinist table, for this to realize that it has all of these. So the requirement is that you have the screw press before you can make the lathe, and then you have to have the lathe before you can make the shaper, and then the shaper is required for making the boiler. So I'm going to go ahead and give myself a lathe here, and we'll set that up. And this is kind of a longer one, so you can use this space wisely. And that one fits right there. That's what is it? 1 block by 4 blocks long. So that fits in there quite nicely. And then we'll go ahead and we can now make the shaper here, as you can see, because we have the lathe set up inside this room. So I'm going to go ahead and give myself one of those. And I'm going to put this one right here, so that they're all nice and neatly stacked up there, because the next one is the assembly line. And that one is quite a large piece. I'm going to go ahead and give myself that. This can be made just right here, but it does require a portable steam engine, which is also made right here and requires some of those boilers, which are made right here but require the shaper to make various different things to make those. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll give me an assembly line. There we go, and we'll go ahead and put this up. So this is quite a large machine, as you can see. It requires at least, I think it's at least 4 blocks tall. 5 is of course always preferred, because it makes sure that it fits right into there, so if you have the extra materials. And then it's also very, very large. It's, let's see here, it requires 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. To actually get that placed down by, I think it is 5 tall, so it's a very, very large machine. However, once you get that, you can make very, very interesting things, lots of different things here. The wooden elevator, you can make the waste filter, you can make the steam tractors and the steam trucks. Both of those very critical to getting infrastructure going. So we're very close to the, well, not very close, this is the steam truck. That can be made right here. Where is that? Steam tractor. Where is the steam truck? There we go. Steam tractor and steam truck requires Mechanics 2. So with Mechanics 2, we'll go ahead and let's see here. We've got Mechanics, so we'll go ahead and level that one up. Okay, and we've got Mechanics Specialist all the way up, so we can go ahead and make a steam truck here. So that would require leather hide from a butcher. It's going to require pipe from a smelter. It's going to require iron wheels from a basic engineer. And then it's going to require lumber from a carpenter. And then each of these, the iron plates, the screws, the portable steam engine, and the iron axle will all be made by the mechanic, which will of course require lots of iron bars from the smelter again. So as you can see, lots of smelting goes on to support the machinist trade. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and we'll get one of those steam trucks now that we can make that. And this is kind of the first tier of very useful machines. That would be the steam truck. Greatly expands trade and trade capabilities. So I think I'm going to leave this one right here for now. We've covered glassworking, we've covered mechanics, we found a little bit of copper down there. If you found this video to be useful and think that it would help people out, go ahead and share it. Hit that like button and stay tuned for more videos by hitting that subscribe button. Alright everyone, take care. Ta-ta.